Flamengo chooses not to sign two defenders and paves the way for both Cruzeiro and the Botafogo team. From John Texter, we're also going to bring you other important information regarding player signings and the transfer market. We're going to talk about Felipe Luiz. We're also going to talk about Flamengo's coach, the guy Jorginho appearing as Flamengo's coach, and Boto making it clear that he will be the coach. We're going to talk about all of that here. Now, I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. No one leaves this world owing us any red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. We show up here with our sponsors. Check the pinned comment. You can lose weight with Mais Cabello. With the My Slim program from Mais Cabello, you can lose weight in a healthy way without hair loss. Look for it right now. Mais Cabello is near you. The QR code is on the screen. There's a Mais Cabello near you all over Brazil. And I've already won. You've already won. I've already won, my friends and I. Yesterday, for example, man, there was NBA. There might not be soccer, but there's always something. Now, closer to Christmas, it's more complicated, but you can be registering there. The link is always there in the description, in the highlights, in the bio, and also in the stories on our Insta. So get in touch right now also with the Caravan, Haroldo's Caravan. We're quickly showing our sponsors here so you can secure your spot at the Recopa and the Supercopa. Remember to play responsibly. It's for fun. Ages 8 plus, not an investment. Well, I just gave a quick overview, a brief mention of our sponsors. It's all there in the pinned comment and in the description, bringing you the important updates about the transfer market. Let's go. Breaking news. We're investigating this matter of Flamengo's signings, and we also have another situation here. About Felipe Luiz, a lot of people are saying, oh, he's going to sign today, he's going to sign tomorrow. Look, what we've been told is that Santa Claus is running a little late, right? The reindeer lost their way. They'll have to recalculate the route, right? Because of the Club World Cup, Flamengo was delayed a bit. And it's very unlikely that these Christmas presents will arrive before Christmas. They should arrive after Christmas, okay? So, Coach Felipe Luiz already has everything lined up. Jorge Mendes, his agent, got the exclusive info from our channel. He met with Jose Boto in Lisbon. By the way, Boto is currently on vacation, right? He has his moments of signings and all that. He's up there in the north of Portugal, right? He's there in the wine region of Portugal. I heard he's over there traveling around, and we have Flamengo making some market decisions. We already know that Flamengo has a goalkeeper and a defender pretty much settled, just waiting for Felipe Luiz to sign. But what we've been told is that this signing should only happen after Christmas, so signings will also only happen after Christmas. We have some important information here. Look, besides Flamengo, earlier we brought the newspaper O Globo, the journalist. There's João Pedro Fragoso from the newspaper OGLOBO. He brought up Flamengo's interest in the former Botafogo defender Jair Cunha, okay? OGLOBO reports that along with Flamengo, Botafogo is also interested in signing defender Jair from Nottingham Forest. However, people close to the player believe that the instability currently faced by the Alvinegro could make a return difficult. Despite Jair's affection for the club where he played for 6 months, even so, Botafogo plans to make a loan offer. The club is counting on the good relationship between John Texter and Evangelos Marinakis, owner of the English team Nottingham Forest. Now, I checked with a source connected to Flamengo's board, and I just published this news. Regarding Jair, Flamengo chose not to move forward with the name Jair, former Botafogo player and currently at Nottingham Forest. Although there are other players being analyzed by the scouting department, Jair's case did not move forward with the board. So Jair then? Despite the rumors, Flamengo will not try to sign Jair, according to a source close to the club's board. With that, the way is clear for John Texter to pursue the player's return to Botafogo. Okay, so just like Jair, Flamengo also chose not to do business with International anymore. Flamengo doesn't want to do any kind of business with International. What I heard from the board is that it's a shame what they're doing, not paying the 4 million euros and not agreeing to deduct it from the amount. When you make an offer, Flamengo has ended all business with International and doesn't want to deal with the debtor club. Flamengo will do everything to claim what they're owed. and since they don't want to deduct the debt in a possible sale. Flamengo also pulled out of the deal, and now they're negotiating with Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro is signing everyone, but they're going to implode Cruzeiro, right? It's worth mentioning. Here with Tite and Gabigol signing players, let's see, right? Let's see how this Cruzeiro is going to be. It's not about wishing them harm, guys. It's just that they think by paying everyone, giving money to Inter, right? I hope it works out, right? But yeah, I'll tell you guys, it's international. It's a shame, right, guys? It's a shame. I'm amazed at how these guys have the nerve to do this. Remember when they tried to sell Thiago Maia without paying and expected him to profit too? It's a shame. So Flamengo, as I was saying, chose not to sign Vitão or Jair. Okay, so those aren't the right names, right? Are there any confirmed names? Flamengo is keeping its defense and goalkeeper plans secret. And there's also the matter of Felipe Luiz. As soon as he renews, Flamengo will announce and make public its signings. We also have some interesting information here, right? After Bruno Castagna, to mention that Lazio would even accept a deal for 25 million euros, right? Because they need to release a player to sign another one. It's about transfer bans and all that. Just look at the situation. Pablo Rafael Rua, right? I believe this info is much like what Bruno Castagna mentioned. Lazio faces a problem. Before negotiating Taty Castelhanos, the club must resolve a transfer ban which prevents moves. New signings at the moment, so the tendency is not to sell players. If the punishment is overturned in January, the striker could be negotiated. That's how it is. The Italian team is still waiting for the verdict from the audit committee. While the transfer ban is active, the club is prevented from registering new signings. The rule of selling to buy or zero cost only comes into effect if the ban is lifted or converted into a financial restriction. If resolved in January, Flamengo will likely offer 20 million euros plus bonuses for the Argentine striker. Right now, this sell-to-buy negotiation isn't possible. He's explaining here that this could happen in January. Then yes, Flamengo can make this offer and manage to sign Taty Castelhanos. It's hard to sign the player Flamengo is trying and is really interested. Raiza even brought these new contacts this information, and Flamengo is pursuing the signing of Taty Castelhanos. Check out Jose Boto on a podcast over in Portugal. At first, it was the ball over there in Portugal. He made it clear that Jorginho could become a coach in the near future. There may be more since they don't reveal themselves, but there's Jorginho, who is very smart and understands the game. It's very unlikely that he won't become a coach then, said Jose Boto. So, making it clear that Flamengo could be a great breeding ground for coaches. Flamengo is indeed revealing, as he said, not for players, but for coaches like Felipe Luiz. Then you could have Danilo, Jorginho, Rodrigo Caio, Flamengo. I said it, this week some people were a bit unsure, but look at that. But look at Jorginho, who's already a coach on the field, and Jose Boto, making it clear that Jorginho could become a coach in the near future. He sees Jorginho as a coach. He really does. In fact, he thinks it's very unlikely that Jorginho won't become a coach. Look, we also had Jose Boto stating that the Brasileirão remains a priority. I think the season is going to be more difficult because it's not easy to repeat what we did. Knowing myself, the press, and the fans, they will demand the same. And even more, even if there's nothing left to win, it's good because the president is aware we are going in to win. But this doesn't happen every year. Two key competitions for us are the Brasileirão and the Libertadores, though the Libertadores is less predictable since it's a knockout tournament. That's why our goal is always to be champions of the Brasileirão, which doesn't have that surprise of losing one game, but you can recover. My main concern is the amount of vacation time the players will have so they can clear their minds. We have everything planned so that the squad will be better. There's never a perfect roster. There are always things to adjust. Even when we think it's great, we have all of that planned. Repeating a season like this won't be easy, but coming close or winning a major title is already great. People need to understand that it's important for us along this journey to see what kind of performance some players are capable of giving or not, and to make adjustments calmly. No major revolutions, because there's this emotional aspect that carries a huge weight in Brazil and not so much in Europe. There's no need, right, to talk about Europe as if it was something else. I think Brazil has its pros, cons, and everything else. He is part of it. To bring some information here, Gerson might be going to Cruzeiro and Michael to Santos. In fact, it was even reported here on Castelhanos television. Castelhanos television reported that Michael might be going to Santos. And Gerson might be going to Cruzeiro. That's the owner of Cruzeiro talked about Gerson. I'll bring it here for you, and the interest from Michael from Santos. New Horizons forward Michael is on Santos's radar for next season. The forward is coming to be a starter at Santos. This information is from Fla's column, but here's the thing, guys. Michael's agent, Eduardo Malov, told me yesterday that no offers had come in. He had dismissed those rumored offers and all, so yeah, that's it. Flamengo hasn't received anything. According to the agent, no offer has come in for Michael yet. All right, let's talk about Cruzeiro. Trying to get Gerson here. I had set this aside here. Remember that Gerson was sold for very high amounts. That's it. Let's get the article from GE. Large quantities. Zenit wanted at least 28 million euros to sell him, aiming for more than they paid for the older player. Now that would be crazy, right? And we have Pedro Lorenzo saying, so now? There's a big difference between showing interest and actually signing. He's costly and was bought for a high price. The desire to have him, I'll tell you, we do have it. He's a great player. Confirm the interest in Gerson, right? Gerson is a great player who would interest any Brazilian team, including Cruzeiro. First, we need a specific player. We already have a strong squad, but need someone to support them. We have a strong, well-structured team, and with the tough Libertadores da America coming, we're very happy with our squad. So it's just one player or another in the position we need. We won't sell players or make risky moves. We'll act within Cruzeiro's reality. Pedro Lorenzo is making it clear he won't do anything drastic to sign Gerson and others. Okay, is that it? Please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe, enable notifications, and like the video. Thanks for your company, Red and Black greetings. This is Flamengo. See you later.